everyone. Today we are going to start with the topic of matrix multiplication. In earlier video we have done addition, subtraction and scalar multiplication of the matrix set. So matrix multiplication, okay. Very important in matrix multiplication is the order of a matrix. We'll revise the concept of again how to calculate the order for the matrix. So say for example I have a matrix. This is a matrix, and how to find the order of the matrix? It is number of rows into column. Okay. So what are your rows? Horizontal are the rows. Okay. So R1, R2. Horizontal are your rows, or you can say the number of lines which you have covered in the notebook is nothing but your rows. Okay. And vertical are your columns. Okay. Vertical are your columns, or standing are your columns. So what will be the order of the matrix? Rows into column. How many rows? 1, 2. And what is the number of columns? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So this is about the order of the matrix. Now I'll tell you what is the condition, how you will understand whether the matrix multiplication is possible or not. Let us take one example. So I have taken here two matrices A and B. So what are the order of the matrices? How many rows are there? 1, 2. 2 rows. How many columns? 1, 2, 3. Okay. What is the order of the matrix here? How many rows? 1, 2, 3. And what is the column? Into 2. Okay. Now the condition. Okay. Condition for matrix multiplication. Say for example, I want to perform AB. A into B. Right. So AB is my pre-multiplier. What it is? Pre-multiplier. And B is my post-multiplier. Okay. So if the number of columns of pre-multiplier is equal to number of rows of the post multiplier. Okay. So what does that mean? Column of the first matrix should be equal to number of rows of the second matrix. So it means when is matrix multiplication possible for A and B? If. So you can check here the number of columns in A are 3. Here number of rows are 3. So in this case we can multiply A and B. Now I have taken one more example and we will check whether the multiplication of xy and yx both is possible or not. Okay, so what is the order of x? How many rows? 2 into 4, right? And what is the order of y? 2 cross 2, correct? Now can you see how many columns are there? 4, right? In the pre-multiplier. How many rows are there? 2. So here number of columns of x are not equal to number of rows of y. This implies xy is not conformable. Means multiplication of x and y is not possible. Okay. Now we will check for y and x. So order is 2 cross 2. Here order is 2 cross 4. So this is equal to this. So number of columns of y are equal to number of rows of x. Hence yx is possible. So whenever you are checking for the multiplication, you have to first check the order of the matrix and check that the number of columns of pre-multiplier means the first matrix should be equal to number of rows of the second matrix, that is post-multiplier. Clear? So here we can see. Now I will tell you how to multiply the matrix. So now I have taken two matrices x and y. So what is the order of this matrix? 2 cross 3. Here what is the order? 3 cross 2. So number of columns is equal to number of rows. Now I will tell you how to multiply. So the resultant matrix xy will be of the order 2 cross 2. Is that clear? So how you will judge? Resultant matrix will have the number of rows of x and number of columns of y. So now how to multiply? Now this first row will be multiplied by first column and it will become the first element of the resultant matrix. How? So A into P plus B into R plus C into T. This is the first element. Okay. Now if we multiply first row with the second column, I will get the second element. Okay. So it is AQ plus BS plus CG. Now from here, second row, first column will be the first element of the second row. Okay, so the last element will be second row and second column. Okay, so I am getting DQ plus ES plus FG. Okay, so I got a 2 cross 2 matrix. So have you understood? For the condition for the matrix multiplication, number of columns of first matrix should be equal to number of rows of the second matrix, and the resultant matrix will be from number of rows of the first matrix and number of columns of the second matrix. Okay, one more example we'll do of matrix multiplication and then we'll move to the next topic. So in this case, I have taken one column matrix and a row matrix. You know, column matrix in which one column is there. So what is the order of this matrix? 3 cross 1. What is the order of this matrix? 1 cross 3. So AB, see, this is equal to this. These number of columns are equal to number of rows. So it is possible. And the resultant matrix will be of 3 cross 3, right? So this is my first row multiplied by first column. So what you will get? 1 into minus 1, right? Second, 1 into 0. Again first row with the third column, 1 into 9. Similarly, second row into first column, second row into second column, second row into third column. Then third row into first column, third row into second column, third row into third column. Is it clear? So I got the matrix minus 1, 0, 9, minus 2, 0, 18, minus 3, 0, 27. Okay, so I got my 3 cross 3 matrix. Okay, now next is we will check for BA. Okay, so my suggestion is when you are finding AB, write A first and B afterwards. When you are finding BA, write B first. You will not get confused. Okay, so we'll write first B matrix minus 1, 0, 9 and 1, 2, 3, right? So what is the order of this matrix? 1 cross 3 and this is 3 cross 1, correct? So number of columns is equal to number of rows, right? So matrix multiplication is possible and we will get 1 cross 1 matrix, means 1 row 1 column. Okay, so it means row will be multiplied by the column. It means only one element will be there in such a matrix. So it will be minus 1 plus 0 into 2, 0 plus 9 3s are 27. So what is the answer? 26. So B is a matrix of 1 cross 1 order, but AB is a matrix of 3 cross 3 order. So you can see from here itself we can make out that AB is not equal to BA. Clear? So that is about the matrix multiplication. Now I will tell you some of the properties of the matrix multiplication. In the previous example I showed you that matrix multiplication is not commutative in general. Okay, but matrix multiplication is associative. Okay, that AB into C is equal to A into BC, and matrix multiplication is distributive over matrix addition. Okay, if A is a matrix of M cross N, then identity matrix of M order into A is equal to A into identity matrix of order N. Okay, now we'll solve some examples regarding matrix multiplication. So now see, I have a question. If A is equal to matrix 3 minus 2, 4 minus 2 and identity matrix I have, then prove that A square minus A plus 2I is equal to 0. So this is nothing but your matrix polynomial. Okay, and this is not 0. This is your null matrix. Okay, so basically we have to find A square. What is A square? A into A, right? So we have to multiply A twice, 3 minus 2, 4 minus 2, again 3 minus 2, 4 minus 2. Okay, so matrix multiplication, first row first column you will get the first element, first row second column second element, second row first column the first element of the second row, and then second row, second column, second element of the second row. Okay. So 3 into 3, 9 plus minus 8. Now second element, how you will get? Multiply these two. Minus 6 plus, multiply this and this, 4. Now second row, first column, 12 plus minus 8. Now again, what you are getting? Minus 8 plus 4. Okay. So basically we are getting here 1 minus 2, 4 minus 4. Okay. Now I will substitute. So now we'll substitute in the given equation. So right left hand side is equal to a square minus a plus 2i. So what is your a square? 1, 4 minus 2 minus 4 minus, what is your I? Substitute a, 3 minus 2, 4 minus 2. Okay. And your I is nothing but the identity matrix of 2 cross 2 order. This is your 2 cross 2. See, it is given identity matrix. Okay. So you can directly multiply by 2 and write, or you can 2 keep outside and afterwards you can write. Here I am multiplying directly. This we have done is scalar multiplication of the matrix. Okay. Now we will do addition and subtraction together. So now we will solve this equation. So it is 1 minus 3. Look here. 1 minus 3 plus 2. Okay. Now second element is minus 2 plus 2 plus 0. Third element is 4 minus 4 plus 0. Okay. And the next element is minus 4 plus 2 plus 2. Right. So if you solve, what you are getting? 3 minus 3 0, minus 2 plus 2 0, 4 minus 4 0, minus 4 plus 4 0. So our equation is solved here. I am getting a null matrix, right? 0 0 0 0, which is nothing but your null matrix. So now we'll do one more question on this, finding the unknown quantity when the matrix satisfied a polynomial. So now we have A matrix as 2 3 1 1 and identity matrix I have. Then find lambda and mu so that A square is equal to lambda A plus mu I. So we have to substitute the value of A and identity here and find the value of lambda and mu. Okay. So what is given to us? A square is equal to lambda A plus mu I. Okay. Substitute the values. So A square means A into A. So 2 3 1 1 equals to lambda 2 3 1 1 plus mu 1 0 0 1. Okay. So we'll find the square of this. So again, first row into first column. So what it will become? 4 plus 3. First row into second column. So 6 plus 3 1. Okay. Equals to, multiply lambda inside. This is scalar multiplication. 2 lambda, 3 lambda, lambda, lambda. Okay. Here also. So mu 0 0 mu. Solve this. So what we are getting? 7 9 3 4, which is equal to, now add these two, 2 lambda plus mu, 3 lambda, lambda and lambda plus mu. Okay. Now what you can do, since the matrices are equal, their corresponding elements will be equal. So I can keep these two equal. So I'll get the value of lambda. So 9 is equal to 3 lambda. It implies that lambda is equal to 3. Now we'll substitute the value of lambda as 3 in any one of the equation and get, so 7 is equal to 2 lambda plus mu. Substitute the value of lambda. So what we are getting? Mu is equal to 7 minus 6, which is equal to 1. So these type of question you can get. So in which you have to check whether you have to first prove the matrix polynomial or you have to find the value of the unknown quantity when one matrix or identity matrix is given to you. So we are done with the multiplication of the matrix and we have done few questions also, and now I will start transpose of a matrix. Okay, so actually what do you mean by transpose of a matrix? Let A is equal to Aij be M cross N matrix. Then the transpose of A denoted by A raised to the power T or A raised to the power dash is an N cross M matrix such that A transpose Ij is equal to Aji for all I belong to M and J belong to N. What does it mean in simple words? Okay, so say for example, I have a matrix A 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and I want to find the transpose of it. So A transpose, or you can write as A dash is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to the power T. Means your rows, these are your rows, horizontal are the rows and vertical are the columns. Your rows will become your column and your column will become rows. What is the order of this matrix? 2 cross 4, correct? 2 rows, horizontal rows. The lines covered in the notebook are your rows and vertical are the columns. Okay, so what will be the transpose of it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So what is the order now? 4 into 2. What were your column became your rows and what were your rows? It became the column in transpose. It's very simple concept and very important. Your rows becomes the column and column become the rows. Now I will tell you the properties of the transpose of a matrix. What is the first property? For any matrix A transpose is equal to A. Second property is for any two matrices A and B of the same order, A plus B transpose is equal to A transpose plus B transpose. Third property is if A is a matrix and K is a scalar, then Ka whole transpose is equal to Ka transpose. Next property is if A and B are two matrices such that AB is defined, then AB whole transpose is equal to B transpose A transpose. And what is its generalization? If ABC are three matrices conformable for the product ABC is equal to ABC, then ABC whole transpose will be equal to C transpose B transpose A transpose. This law is also known as reversal law of transposes. Very important law. Now we'll do some questions based on it. So I have taken here A is equal to, which matrix is this? Column matrix, right? We have one column and three rows, and B is a row matrix in which one row and three columns are there. So I have to verify AB whole transpose is equal to B transpose A transpose. Okay. So first of all we'll check whether AB is defined or not. So for that, what is the order of the matrix A? 3 cross 1, 3 rows and 1 column, right? What is the order of B? 1 row, 1 cross 3. So it means, see, your number of columns is equal to number of rows. So AB is defined. AB is defined. Now we will find AB matrix. So you can write here -2, 4, 5. And what is B matrix? 1, 3, -6. Now multiply these. So what you will get? We'll get a matrix of order 3 cross 3. So -2, -6, 12. Okay. Now multiply 4. 4 3s are 12 and -24. Next is 5 1s are 5, 5 3s are 15 and -30. Correct? Now I have to find AB transpose. So means my rows will become column and column will become row. So this is my first row. This will become my first column. So -2, -6, 12. This is my second row. It will become my second column. 4, 12, -24. Again this is a row. It will become a column. 5, 15, -30. Okay. So this is my required AB transpose. Now I will find B transpose, A transpose and will check whether I am getting the same verification or not. Okay. So what I will do? I will find here my B transpose. What is my B transpose? This is my row matrix. It will become a column matrix. Okay. So it will become 1, 3, minus 6. Okay. What is my A transpose? It is a column matrix. It will become row. Minus 2, 4, 5. Okay. Now I will find my B transpose A transpose. Okay. So B transpose A transpose. So 1, 3, minus 6 into minus 2, 4, 5. Now we'll multiply. So basically what I am getting, 1, this is my what? First row into first column, first row into second column. So minus 2, 4, 5. Okay. Multiply now 3 by this. So minus 6, 12 and 15. Okay. This and this, you are getting the same. Okay. Hence, AB transpose is equal to B transpose A transpose. So don't get confused. If it is written dash, instead of, they can give you this question this way also. AB dash is equal to B dash A dash. It is the same thing. Now we'll learn about symmetric and skew symmetric matrix. These matrices are based on the property of a transpose matrix. Okay, so what is symmetric matrix? Square matrix A is equal to Aij is called a symmetric matrix if Aij is equal to Aj for all I and j. Skew symmetric is square matrix A is equal to Aij is a skew symmetric matrix if Aij is equal to minus Aj for all I is equal to j. Now what does that mean? So if A is equal to A transpose, okay, so whenever your A transpose is equal to matrix A, then it is your symmetric matrix. Whenever your A transpose is equal to minus A, then it is a skew symmetric matrix. Is that clear? In this case, your Aij is equal to Aj for all I and j. What does it mean? Means your A12 will be equal to A21. Okay. Or A23 will be equal to A32. Clear? Now, what is skew symmetric matrix? In this, A transpose is equal to minus Aj. So it means Aij is equal to minus Aj I. Okay. For all I comma j. Now we'll do some questions on symmetric and skew symmetric matrices. Okay. So what is our question? Show that the elements on the main diagonal of a skew symmetric matrix are all 0. Okay. So check this. Let A is equal to Aij skew symmetric matrix. So what is the definition of a skew symmetric matrix? Okay. So it is Aij is equal to minus Aj for all I comma j. This is a symbol for all. Okay. Now we are saying that the main diagonal elements are 0. So in diagonal elements what we have? We have I is equal to j. Okay. For diagonal elements I is equal to j, right? So apply this here. So what you will get? Aii is equal to minus Aii. Clear? Bring it this side. We can add these two quantities. Aii plus Aii equal to 0. 2Aii is equal to 0. This implies Aii is equal to 0. It means my main diagonal elements for a skew symmetric matrix are 0. So now let us see the next question. It is let A be a square matrix, then A plus A transpose is a symmetric matrix. So symmetric matrix, what are symmetric matrix? That the transpose of a matrix is equal to the matrix. Okay. So let P is equal to A plus A transpose. Right. Now if I am able to, what I have to show? P transpose is equal to P. If I am able to show P transpose is equal to P, it means I am able to prove that it is a symmetric matrix. Okay. So now P transpose is equal to A plus A transpose whole transpose, right? Which is equal to A transpose plus A transpose whole transpose. This is the property, right? We have read A plus B transpose is equal to A transpose plus B transpose, right? Now this will be A transpose plus A. This also we have read the transpose property. This is equal to A, right? So which is nothing but equal to P. So P transpose becomes equal to P. It means this A plus A transpose is a symmetric matrix. Okay. So now is A minus A transpose is a schizometric matrix. Okay. So let Q is equal to A minus A transpose. Now what I have to show? Q transpose is equal to minus Q. Then only I can prove that A minus A transpose is a schizometric matrix. Okay. So now Q transpose, what does that mean? A minus A transpose whole transpose, which is equal to A transpose minus A transpose transpose. Fine. This is nothing but we have used the property A plus B transpose is equal to A transpose plus B transpose. Okay. Now A transpose minus this will become equal to A. Again we have used the property A transpose is equal to A. Okay. Now take out minus sign common here. So minus A transpose, which is nothing but my Q minus Q. So I have proved that the transpose of Q matrix is equal to minus Q. It means my A minus A transpose is a skew-symmetric matrix. Okay. Okay. So if the matrix A is given to us and is a symmetric matrix, then we have to find the values of the unknown quantities X, Y, Z and T. Okay. So since A is a symmetric matrix, what does that mean? A transpose is equal to A, right? So now write the matrix 5, 2, X, Y, Z, minus 3, 4, T, minus 7, transpose is equal to the matrix itself. Okay. So now make the transpose of it. So if we transpose it, the rows will become column and column will become rows. So 5, 2, X, Y, Z, minus 3, 4, T, minus 7 equals to 5, 2, X, Y, Z, minus 3, 4, T, minus 7. Now again we'll use the concept of the equality of the matrices. Check. So Y is equal to 2. X becomes equal to 4. Okay. Next here Z is equal to Z. So it means Z can take any value and T is equal to minus 3. Okay. So now the next question is express A. This is the matrix given to us 3, 2, minus 7 and 6 as a sum of symmetric and skew-symmetric. Means we can convert every square matrix as a sum of symmetric and skew-symmetric matrix. How we can convert that I'll tell you now. A can be written as half A plus A transpose plus half A minus A transpose. Okay. Now I will prove this part as symmetric and this part is skew-symmetric. So I can write A is equal to P plus Q. Okay. So what is my P? Half. Now what is A? A is 3, 2, minus 7, 6. Okay. And what is transpose of it? Please write down 3, 2, minus 7, 6. So half. Add these. So what you are getting? 6 minus 5, minus 5, 12. Okay. Now this, I have got the P matrix. Now I have to check whether this is skew symmetric or not. So what I will do, I will take the transpose of P. 3 minus 5 by 2 minus 5 by 2, 6, which is equal to P. So it means P is symmetric. Okay. Now I will check for Q, whether it is skew symmetric or not. So now find out Q. What is Q? Half A minus A transpose. Okay. So half, curly bracket, 3, 2, minus 7, 6, minus right is transpose, 3, 2, minus 7, 6. So half, what I am getting? 0, 3 minus 3, 0. 2 minus of minus 7 means 9. This is minus 9. And 6 minus 6 again, 0. Okay. So now we can write this as 0, 9 by 2, minus 9 by 2, 0. Okay. Now take Q transpose. So Q transpose will become equal to 0, 9 by 2, minus 9 by 2, 0. Okay. Take out minus sign common. So you are getting 0, 9 by 2, minus 9 by 2, 0, which is equal to minus Q. So my Q transpose is equal to minus Q. It means Q is skew symmetric. Okay. So I have got P as symmetric, Q as skew symmetric. It means their sum will be equal to A. So basically I am able to prove that A is a matrix which can be expressed as sum of symmetric and skew symmetric. So now I will check whether I am getting, after adding P plus Q, whether I am getting A or not. So I will substitute the value of P and Q. So this is my value of P, this is my value of Q. Add these. So what you are getting, 3 minus, this will become 4 by 2. This will become minus 14 by 2. And this is become 6. So now it is 3, 2, minus 7, 6. So I am able to express A as a sum of symmetric and skew symmetric matrix. In this video we have studied about the matrix multiplication. Be very careful with the order of the matrix. Order of the matrix is nothing but the rows into column. Your rows are horizontal and columns are vertical. Horizontal means the number of lines you have covered in your notebook will give you the rows, and the standing lines will be your columns. Okay. And moreover, first of all, whenever you are defining product of two matrices, check whether it is possible or not. Seeing the matrix, pre-multiplier columns should be equal to the rows of the post-multiplier. Very important. Moreover, when you are talking about symmetric and skew symmetric, you should check the transpose of a matrix. If the transpose of a matrix is equal to matrix, it is symmetric. If the transpose of a matrix equals to the negative of the matrix, it is skew symmetric. And matrix multiplication is not commutative. Generally, students make a mistake. They write AB is equal to BA, which is not correct. Moreover, when we are finding A square or A cube, it is A into A into A. Please don't square the elements of the matrix. You have to multiply full matrix A by the other full matrix A. That's all for the topic today. Stay tuned.